My name's Ryan Albright. I'm the founder, president, and CEO of Covered Bridge Potato Chips. Our company is a fourth generation family potato farm. It was started by my great-grandfather, Aubrey Albright, in the early 1920s. And then my brother and I bought the business out in 2005, 2006. And on our farm, we grow russet potatoes for Covered Bridge chips. So it's unique to us. It makes a golden to dark colored chip. Very, very bold flavoring with it. So we're really the only true russet manufacturer, dark russet manufacturer in North America. At Covered Bridge, we do have a lot of SKUs, including a lot of flavors. So that's why we have 4 packaging lines for the chips. And then we have 2 packaging lines for the caramel corn, chickpeas, and regular popcorn. To do all this in all of our bags, we need very precise packaging equipment to make this happen. And the more accurate you can imagine, if you're over in a bag 5 grams every time, that adds up every minute, every hour, every day, every week, and at the end of the year it can be a lot of money. So accuracy is very key for us. We're no different than anybody else in the world or North America, I guess, trying to find good qualified people and trying to find people in general. We've automated a lot in the last 5 or 6 years. We continue to automate. Moving into next year and the year after, we have big plans for more automation. If we didn't have case packing on 4 of the 6 lines, we'd have a real trouble to find enough people locally to put bags of chips in a box. That's the biggest feature for us on the automation side. I would have met Heat and Control at either Vegas or Chicago at the Equipment Expo, and we chose them because they're one of the leaders in the industry in the snack foods, whether that's potato chips, which they are a leader in the potato chip side, but pellets, any kind of snack foods, they're really strong in that category. Their case packers that we have are the smallest, most compact ones on the market, and when we designed our facility, it's very small and it fits into our footprint. So it's one of the only ones that really would fit in well for us, and very automated. That's very updated. They have touch screens on their equipment that will show you where an issue is. The packaging machines and the seal checkers and the case packers all tie together. So there's a lot of benefits by being able to use one supplier, especially if you need somebody to come on site to help fix or diagnose any issues. We've purchased 2 Inspires packaging machines with scales, and we have bought 4 case packers now and 4 seal checkers. The Ishida's the top of the line scales. They're known for their accuracy, especially when you're doing small bags. You don't want to be giving away any more than 0.2 grams on a bag. If you're doing a 36 gram bag and you're always giving away 5 grams, that's a lot of money at the end of the year. To have the bagger, the seal checker, and the case packer all be integrated from the same supplier is a huge benefit. The scales are communicating integrated to the packaging machine, and the packaging machine is integrated to the seal checker. So if the seal checker needs to be 35 to 45 millimeters in thickness, if it is out of that parameter, then it will kick the bag out, but at the same time it'll increase or decrease the amount of air going into the bag. So that way it takes maybe a minute for it to make the change, but it's fully integrated, so you don't have to go over and make the change yourself. If you were using another packaging machine, it's not integrated, so you have to make that change on your own. Definitely would save time and money. If there's an issue, we can get a hold of Heat and Control quite easily. If we take a picture of something and email it, there's always somebody available 24/7 at their help desk. Before our first case packers arrived, we sent 2 of our guys from here down to a training facility they have in Pennsylvania. So that was well worthwhile because they spent maybe 4 or 5 days there. They went through in depth on the operation of it, how to use it, how to run it, how to diagnose issues. And then we've had them here 2 or 3 times since, and then we are looking to do a further training program with them in the upcoming maybe 6 or 8 weeks. Because like I said, it's very important for all operators to really have a good understanding of the equipment and how to use it. So now that we've talked about the equipment, why don't we head out on the production floor and check it out?
So here we are in the factory now. We're running Covered Bridge Creamy Dill Potato Chips today. This is one of our 2 Inspire Ishida baggers. This will form the bag around the former, chips will drop in. But let's go on upstairs and we can see how the chips are weighed on the Ishida scales. So this is the start of our process with the Ishida equipment. This is our 14-head Ishida scale. It's very, very accurate, within 0.12 of a gram on a bag. Over here you'll see this little camera. That's the camera. When they're downstairs looking at that big touchscreen display, they can actually see the chips and if they're weighing or what they're doing. So they don't have to keep walking up and down the stairs to diagnose or see what the issue is. So Heating Control is the only ones that I know in the market that actually have a camera built into their touchscreen on the bagger to see the scales. But because of that, we're actually going to put a little camera on each of our other lines and a small screen beside our bagger as well. So this screen here is on our seal checker that's made by Ishida from Heating Control. And what it's doing is it's checking, it'll press the bag down and it's going to check for the min max. And if it's out of that parameter, then it'll drop the bag out up here. Because if you don't want too little air in your bag, but if you have too much air in your bag, then it can bust the bag by pushing it in the box. So this is connected to the bagger, so it tells you it can increase or decrease the amount of air going in that bag. So this is the case packer. And you can see it's got a really large touch screen. When there's an issue, it'll show you where the jam or where the issue is on the machine. Similar to what you see on the packaging machine. The footprint is so key for us, like it doesn't take up any room. So for older factories or ones that have very small areas, it's only 5 feet wide and 19.5 feet long, so it fits into our footprint. It really took the old space of our case taper and our collator. So one of the reasons we've also gone with Heating Control too is because we're trying to synergize our equipment in our factory. So as we integrate and we keep building our factory bigger, we have the same equipment with a manufacturer that specializes in snack foods and potato chip equipment. And when we need to have support brought in, they can work on 90% of our equipment machines. With Heating Control, you can have clear from the washing, the slicing, the fryers, all the way up through the conveyors, right clean through the bagger and the case packer. So far with Heating Control, they've been a really good partner for us, and we see a good future and a beneficial partnership moving forward.
We have more automation going in, more capacity going in, more product lines, more distribution. So there's definitely no slowing down for our team and Cover Bridge. In 5 years, we're going to be a very well-known Canadian brand, a very efficient brand. We want to be an employer of choice in our area, and we want to work towards being a carbon neutral company. So we have big aspirations. If we want to hit our sustainability targets, we have to have the best packaging supplier, and we have to have some of the best packaging equipment to do it at the same time. And Heating Control and the Ishida bagger and scales, they're at the top of the line and very accurate. So we need equipment like that to grow today and in the future for it to be sustainable.